I've had this question on my mind for a while, ever since I discovered what a fractal is. Does a fractal actually have an infinite area? I bet you're confused as to what that question is. I'll explain it to you. Now you might be like, what the heck is a fractal? Well, the simplest way to explain it is a fractal is a very, very big shape that has an infinite perimeter. Let that sink in for a minute. It has an infinite perimeter, so that means it just goes on forever. But it's still a closed shape, by the way. Just letting you know. I'll emphasize that later. It's kind of weird. Like, if you zoom in on a fractal, it just keeps going. So it looks like a little squiggles of lines. But if you keep zooming in, you'll eventually find that there's more squiggles and lines and squiggles and squiggles and squiggles. And there is no stopping point. Like, if I zoom in 100 times into a fractal, you'll see a kind of a smaller version. I kind of can't explain it, but here's an actual picture of a fractal. Those little branches keep going on forever and ever, and yet it's a closed shape. It's a closed shape. I'm going to emphasize this in 3, 2, 1. A fractal is a closed shape. I'm getting angry. And also, yet I still can't comprehend it, but it's technically infinite. It's weird. A fractal is very weird. But if you were to put a fractal in, say, a 4 meters squared per area, it wouldn't fit because it keeps going on forever. I mean, in the picture, you might have thought it actually fit, but no, it just keeps going on forever, so it wouldn't fit in the square. It wouldn't fit in any square, actually. Like, it would just be forever. But obviously, our pixelated images can't recreate what we actually see. It wouldn't be able to fit, but pixelated images can only go so far. You only have about 1 million pixels to work with. So, but what if it goes... So if it goes on forever, that technically does mean it has an infinite perimeter, right? If something goes on forever, that means it has an infinite amount of whatever it is. So that technically does make it have an infinite perimeter, which in turn, so a fractal would actually, amazingly enough, it would actually have an infinite perimeter. Crazy, right? It would go on forever and yet seem to stop. It would kind of be an indeterminate amount of space. So yeah, in a way, a fractal does actually have an infinite area. Now, don't forget to sub to Ununadium for weekly science videos. We'll see you next time, hopefully next week. I don't know. This is my first video. Don't judge me if it was really bad, but I mean, see ya.